faces of the storm 5 years later.
Tuscaloosa County isn't the only place that felt the storm's fury on April 27th. WVUA 23's Jack Royer made a trip to Hackleburg, where he found a town that's rebuilt after being virtually destroyed.
Most Alabamians likely couldn't tell you where Hackleburg is, even 5 years after it was nearly wiped off the map. This small town in northwest Alabama lost virtually everything.
What's striking about Hackleburg today is the randomness of Mother Nature. The city's new City Hall, fire department, and police station built just feet away from buildings that survived the storm and stood for decades.
Chief Kenny Hallmark weathered the storm and the uphill battle to rebuild after an EF5 tornado.
In Hackleburg, the tornado that hit our town took away the town. It took away the structure of Hackleburg. It didn't take Hackleburg away because Hackleburg is what rebuilt this.
This Marion County town lost all but 2 local businesses, along with 18 people whose names are now found on a monument that sits along the town's main drag.
Names on here that you know, what do you think of when you sit here today?
Those names are family. And one of the things that we vowed after the tornado was over with, that we would never forget those people. In Hackleburg, you matter. That's not just a cliche, and we don't ever want those people that's on that monument and their families to think we ever just forgot about them.
People whose names aren't on the monument have continued their lives. Chief Hallmark's son Colton was a freshman at the high school that was destroyed. Now he's 20 years old. 3 sport athletes like him never played a home game after the storm hit. They didn't have a field to play on.
It takes a lot to go through what me, my class, and the ones before us had to go through. You know, you never realize how much a school means to you until it's gone.
It's back now and better than before. Colton proudly shows us the brand new K-12 facility in which he never got to attend a class. It opened just in time for this school year.
Over $25 million to build this whole thing.
The school's principal and longtime football coach John Harden graduated from here in 1974. For alumni and some students who have been attending school in trailers for their entire high school careers, rebuilding bigger and better represents what this community is all about.
Every day it was uplifting. I mean, the cars would drive by, students would notice they're turning dirt over today, Coach Harden. Coach Harden, do you see the blocks over there? So it was kind of encouraging to sit and watch those kids, you know, and the community let me know what all was going on.
A new school was a necessity for Hackleburg. So was a Wrangler Jeans shipping facility, the town's largest employer and tax revenue generator. Many feared the company would rebuild somewhere else after being completely wiped out and take over 200 jobs with them. They rebuilt in Hackleburg and opened in 2014. Rising from the rubble better than before seems to be a way of life here, for local businesses too. Menu items at local restaurants bear names that harken back to a devastating day.
I recommend the EF5 burger. I get it every time I come.
Some rebuilt faster than others because they felt they had to. The PANTHER MART, a hub for locals, was the first to reopen just days after the storm, providing free food to residents that didn't have any. Its owner, GIRLIE MCCARLEY, is homegrown.
Well, you know, you just want to help people. They were helping us, and they needed help too. You know, you want to do what you can. A situation like that, everybody just helps everybody else.
You could have put GIRLIE's Food Mart on here if you wanted to, but you called it PANTHER MART. Does that?
Well, we're the Panthers here. We back them.
And they back you.
Back you. They back us. I have a grandson that plays ball over here, and we love them.
Much was lost here 5 years ago in a town that chose to rebuild, stronger than before.
There comes a point where we have to move on, and I think we're getting to that point now. You know, we're 5 years into this, and we'll never forget them, but there comes a point where we've got to go on and try to build a better place for the ones that are still living.
What they've built is a town that never existed before, the new Hackleburg, with the same old spirit, one of resilience and pride, a town that an EF5 tornado made only stronger. In Hackleburg, Alabama, Jack Royer, WVUA 23 News.